Welcome to the 1994 British Touring Car Championship.
Right then, hello and welcome back to GTR 2 and rounds 18 and 19 of the 1994 British Touring Car Championship from good old Silverstone Grand Prix. Race number 1 of the weekend is about to get underway, so I'm going to throw it over to the commentary box with Josh of TheMoaningYorkshireman to take us through the grid for round 18 and race 1 of this weekend.
The 1994 Auto Trader British Touring Car Championship reaches its penultimate weekend here at the Silverstone International Circuit. Let's take a look and see how they line up for this first race of the weekend then. In pole position is Gabriele Tarquini in the dominant Alfa 155, and alongside him is his teammate in Giampiero Simoni. Up next on row 2 is John Cleland in the first of the Vauxhall Cavaliers. He has Andy Rouse alongside him for company. And the second of the Vauxhall Cavaliers in Jeff Allen. He has the first of the Renaults in Alan Menu. Julian Bailey, great qualifying there in P7 in the Toyota Carina. And alongside him is Tim Harvey in the second of the Renault Lagunas. Paul Radisich up next in P9. He has Tim Sugden alongside him for company. And Will Hoy in yet another Toyota Carina has the first of the Independents in James Kay. P13 is Patrick Watts in his Peugeot, and alongside him is the second of the Independents in James Thompson in also his Peugeot 405. First of the Volvo 850 estates then in Jan Lammers goes from P15. He has Kelvin Burt alongside him. Dan Bartlett in the second of the Volvo 850 estates lines up in P17, and he has the first of the BMWs alongside him. Steve Soper, very difficult qualifying for them. They'll be looking to push forward as the race progresses. Then we come to Keith O'Dore in the first of the Nissans, and alongside him is Eugene O'Brien. 21st place is Joachim Winkelhock in the second of the Schnitzer BMWs. His championship lead could take a big blow this race with his main championship rival in Gabriele Tarquini starting from pole. He has Ricard Rydell alongside him for company in the third and final Volvo 850 estates. Tiffany Dell lines up next, and he has Amy Irvine alongside him for company. Then we come to the final few independents on this grid, which is Nigel Smith in 25th. He has Chris Goodwin alongside him for company, and rounding out the 27th and final position on the grid is Nigel Albon in his Renault 19. All that remains for me to do is to hand you back over to Dan for the race start and race commentary.
Great stuff. Thank you very much then, Josh, for the grid walk. As you can see, we're sort of going into a twilight time with this race. I have no idea why. Again, I think it's just a bit of a bug with the mod. But yeah, apparently it is going into late evening and early night time. I have no idea. But yeah, a little bit strange. Even in qualifying, it was like really dark. It was almost just pure nighttime. So I don't get it. Again, this mod is a little bit hit or miss. More miss than hit. But yeah, we'll see how things go. That sun is going to be very blinding, though, to say the very least. But ho-hum. The Volvo is a little bit slow. I've added a bit more weight to it just to make it a bit more authentic. But anyway, let's add the info on the screen. And we'll get race 1 of the weekend underway. Very poor start from me. Oh, argy-bargy between Eugene O'Brien and Steve Soper. Excuse me. Oh, my word. That was Keith O'Dore. And now I am dead last. Fan-bloody-tastic. It was a puff of smoke or dirt and debris. Actually, the sun isn't too blinding. Now, this race is only 9 laps because in real life the race was stopped or red flagged, I think. I can't remember why. Oh, there's a car that's gone off. Oh, in fact, we've had a big shunt. That was a huge accident. I think that is the biggest accident we've had in this entire series, hopefully. That will be cleaned up. We'll have a look at the replays as well and see exactly what happened. How I made it through there, I haven't got a foggiest idea. Keith O'Dore is out of the race. So is Joachim Winkelhock. Nigel Albon is still going, as far as I'm aware. So, yeah, I haven't got a clue what happened. But we're catching up to Nigel Smith in the independent Cavalier. Take the inside line and move myself up into 19th place. Gabriele Tarquini leads the way and he's got the fastest lap time at the moment. John Cleland and Giampiero Simoni, the top three. God, why the hell is it so dark? And why the hell aren't my headlights working? Oh, they are working now. Okay, so it's just my my steering wheel is acting up again. Come on, turn, 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 turn. Yeah, you can see my the button isn't working properly. There we go. And there goes Ricard Rydell. Nigel Smith on the outside. Tiff Nadell is in the pits. I hope race number 2 isn't in pure darkness. That would be very strange. Come on. Right, I'll get out of the way. Yeah, my button's working again now. Now, with that accident at the very start, if I had my way, I would have turned on safety cars, but apparently, because this is such a very well-built mod, that if you have safety cars enabled, it breaks the game. And it crashes the mod. Even though it didn't used to. During 1993, I had the safety cars on, it was absolutely fine, but yeah, apparently, on some tracks, the safety car gets lost and then just stays in the middle of the track and doesn't move. So, yeah, I've had to keep it turned off for this season. Oh, come on. Yeah. Well, I don't think we're going to be getting into the top 10. Be lucky if we can stay in the top 20. And between races, I think I'm going to have a look at the championship file and see the start time for both of these races, because yeah, it should not be this dark. Seeing as in real life both races were done, you know, back to back. I think there was like a 15-20 minute break in between the two races. So if that was the case here, then race number 2 would be set in darkness, which is not what happened. In fact, they didn't do a night race until, what, 1999 at Snetterton. That was the first one. So, I don't know, again. It's a bit of a weird one, this mod. I've already secured the special guest for the final 2 races of the season, rounds 20 and 21. So, once these 2 races are complete, I will just crack on and get this series finished after a couple of years. So, yeah, it'll be long overdue to finally get this one wiped off the list. And then I can work on the base game then. No more of these stupid mods which aren't that compatible. Just the base game stuff, you know, the fun stuff, the stuff that actually works. Take a little bit of weight out of the car for race number 2 as well. Not a lot, I'll be about like 25 kilograms or something. But look at that, Tiff Needell is still running last at the moment, Nigel Albon in 24th. Unfortunately, Nigel Albon does not start race 2. So, yeah, he won't be appearing at the race for tomorrow, which will be a 12-lap race rather than 9. In fact, quite a few cars don't start race number 2. So we got 27 cars on the grid for this race. And I think it's only 23 for tomorrow, or 24, something like that. So a couple of cars do not start. And Nigel Smith finally gets past, as it's getting darker and darker. Come on, work, you stupid button. Probably just sticky or something, I don't know. I don't know. Okie dokie, starting lap 6, we got 4 to go. Can't see a sodden thing either because of that sun glare. Top 3 are unchanged: Gabriele Tarquini, Cleland and Simone. Jeff Allen, Julian Bailey, Andy Rice are top 6. Unfortunately, I ain't going to be catching my teammate because Rickard Rydell is already 11 seconds up the road. I maybe added a little bit too much weight to the car, but it's fine. It's not like I'm going to win a championship anyway. I've only had one victory this season. That was because, you know, at Brands Hatch, the game was a little bit broken and didn't know what the hell was going on, so... Oh, and Hamish Irvine has retired from the race. So that pushes Nigel Albon up into 23rd position. Now we shouldn't have any issues of cars pitting to refuel, which someone incorrectly tried to correct me on, saying that, oh, it's because of the tyres. No, it was a fuel issue. I know, because it happened at the start of the season. Because I've just disabled the fuel usage. So we won't have that problem rearing its ugly head. So, Hamish Irvine retiring was probably from mechanical or accidental damage. Okie dokie, 2 laps to go. A little pack of cars up ahead, which I'm catching, weirdly enough. Kelvin Burt and Eugene O'Brien. Oh, and it looks like Tim Sugden has had a bit of an issue. He's got a lot of damage on the rear end, so he's obviously being collected by someone. What a bloody weird race this is turning out to be. Ah, that's Tiff Nadal. That's why he's slowing everybody up. Ah, that makes perfect sense. Alright, final lap anyway. Come on, Tiff, get out of the way. Thank you. So yeah, that makes perfect sense then. He was obviously struggling with the damage that he sustained. So he was holding everybody up. Well, that's a couple of positions gained. You know, I'm not going to be in the points, but, you know, it's a little bit higher up from where I qualified. Saying that, and I lose a position from going wide again. Come on, get out the way. Yeah, just barge my way through, I don't care. And the sun has now dipped below the horizon. And there we go, 18th place. And there we go. So, no points, a bit of a weird one. But at least it's done. Again, 9 laps. The race tomorrow is going to be 12 laps. And no one went into the pits. Because, yeah, I sorted the fuel issue by turning it off. Anyway, I'm going to throw it back up to Josh up in the commentary box for the race results of the manufacturers and privateers.
Let's take a look at the results of race number 1 then, and as we can see there, Gabriele Tarquini victorious in his Alfa 155, John Cleland securing 2nd position, and Giampiero Simone in the 2nd of the Alfa 155s, rounding out a double podium for the Alfa squad. Jeff Allen secures 4th place, and Julian Bailey with an impressive top 5 finish there in his Toyota Carina E, and rounding out the top 6 it is Andy Rouse in his Ford Mondeo. Let's take a look at the independents then, the Total Cup for privateers. It is James Thompson securing victory in that class, with James Kay taking 2nd. Nigel Smith in his Vauxhall Cavalier rounds out the podium places. Chris Goodwin is 4th. Nigel Albon secures 5th in his Renault 19. And a DNF this race, sadly. Amish Irvine not making it to the checkered flag.
And there we go, race 1 of the weekend completes, only a 9-lap sprint. Tomorrow's going to be a bit longer, 12 laps of course. Hamish Irvine retired with gearbox failure. Engine failure was the cause for the retirement for Joachim Winkelhock, and Keith O'Dore retired with accident damage. So they were the 3 retirements during that race. Again, the grid will be slightly depleted with a few cars not starting race number 2. but that'll be for tomorrow. So I'm going to leave it here for now. Thank you very much for watching as always, and I'll see you tomorrow for round 19 of the 1994 British Touring Car Championship. So thanks for watching, take care, stay safe, and see you then. Bye for now.